Go. Say it again. Sing it. Rainbows.
No.
Rainbows are better than people. Say it.
No, it's. I love you Anaconda Ken. So it's just Dragon and Ranger. Da.
Oh, doesn't she look so cute, doesn't she, Jarvis?
Yes, Clementine looks so beautiful. I'm so happy to see her. Guys, I don't think you have to tuck me in bed anymore. I'm big.
Actually, you're only 4 years old.
Yes, that's true. Okay, I love you guys. Well, do you want to hear my stories?
Yes, for those of you who don't know, you might remember us. Last year during the election, we were in West Virginia. Well, things have changed. I got a job in the oil industry in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, so, well, I guess you should know, too, that, since we last saw each other, Jasper and I fell in love.
Yes, I absolutely love Jarvis. He's my soulmate, and it's a long story, but, yes, and so, together we're raising my daughter.
Yes, and so we're all together now. Yes, and the other thing you should probably know is that I'm part vampire.
Oh, yes, our daughter is part vampire. That's a long story for some other time.
Yeah, so all you need to know is that my name is Clementine, and before I go to bed, I'm always going to tell 5 stories about the news.
Yes, and one of these stories is just from her imagination, and so at the end of our telling of 5 stories, you're going to have to guess which one was made up and which one was real, and then we'll tell you what really happened.
So the first thing I want to tell everybody is that in New Jersey, there's this town. It's called Brick, New Jersey.
Yes, I love the name Brick.
Yes, it's an interesting name of a town. There's a mayor named John Ducey, and he saved a swan who was about to die. Yes, and so basically what happened was there's a mute swan, not really mute. Mute swans aren't really mute. So they were brought by rich people a long time ago, like in the late 1800s. People brought these mute swans, and they're still living around, Seawood Harbor in New Jersey. And this one mute swan was basically, attacking jet skiers.
Well, that's what the jet skiers were saying.
And so basically, it was impossible to take care of the mute swan. The mute swan, was going to be killed because the government was not allowed to move it. The government could only destroy it. It was kind of a miracle that the swan was going to die. And then all of a sudden, they got a call that the swan was all tied up.
Yes, the swan had to be rescued, and only because the swan had to be rescued could the swan be moved to a new location. So in a weird way, getting trapped, almost dying, saved the swan's life.
One of the reasons for that is something called red tape. Did you know that?
Yes, so red tape is what we call a bureaucracy. The problems of a bureaucracy.
Yes, so a bureaucracy is basically when offices and people decide things with typewriters and whatnot. Yes, and so that's what happened. It couldn't be saved, but it was. Okay, I'm now going to tell my second bit of news. Are you ready? By the way, I am 4 years old, but because I'm part vampire, not exactly. So, a long time ago, I think it was Paxton, that flamingo guy?
Yes, Paxton. Of course I remember Paxton, sure.
Yes, so Paxton taught us about landmines. But there's this new technology. It actually was invented a while ago, and it was
Yeah, so Robert Burlage of Oak Ridge National Laboratory had this idea to take bacteria and make them kind of glow like fireflies.
And so now researchers at Hebrew University of Jerusalem, they found a way to take E. coli bacteria and change something inside them.
Something inside them, that something inside them is called 2,4-dinitrotoluene, DNT.
I'm very impressed that you know that.
Yes, thank you.
And so basically what's happening is these bacteria, when they get close to the landmine, they glow. And so it's pretty amazing. The scientists are discovering a way to make it so we can always see that.
Yes, it's really amazing.
I think I want to become a guinea pig.
Clementine, my sweetheart, I don't know what you mean exactly.
Well, I've always thought being a guinea pig would be really cool. You know, could like walk around and I could have like a rainbow potato or something like that.
Yes, I don't know what you mean exactly.
Yes, well, Amazon is a big company, right?
Yes, we get many packages from Amazon.
Well, anyway, the news here is that Amazon is sort of like treating people like guinea pigs.
Oh, I don't know what you mean. I love Amazon. I don't feel like a guinea pig in any way.
Oh, well, so there's a story, this was in the New York Times, about a man who ordered something called the Echo Lock. Oh, the Echo Lock, yes, I had that too. It was very nice. I got to see my clothes.
Yes, it was a special camera that for $200, it would basically take pictures of your clothes and help you come up with the right outfit.
Yes, and so in this article, this man, he bought a camera, and then 3 years later, the camera just stopped working.
Oh, no.
Yes, and so Amazon, basically the service stopped and everything stopped. And really, Amazon, they created a product that just wasn't really ready. And then enough people didn't buy it, so Amazon got rid of it. So it was kind of like they were testing people.
Oh, this has happened before, right? With those dash buttons. Oh, I love pressing those dash buttons.
Yes, and the Amazon Fire, like that didn't work so well either.
Yes, and so another thought of this is that the environmental impact of all of these things, it's not so good.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I don't like Star Wars.
Oh, that's okay. You don't have to like Star Wars.
No, it's something that I wish I liked, but I don't like it. I like Star Trek.
Oh, okay, that's fine too.
But anyway, there's this new technology that was invented that basically it's like artificial skin for robots. So if you imagine the Empire Strikes Back, when Luke Skywalker, he loses his arm. Oh yes, that's a very sad moment. I don't like that very much.
Yes, so I know what you're gonna say, Clementine. Basically, he loses his arm, but then there's like a fake arm he gets, right?
Yes, and so the National University of Singapore, they've invented this. It's called air foam. People are calling it air foam. Basically, it's like AI skin that repairs itself.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
And they're saying it could help amputees one day. Okay, and so for the last story, I'm going to tell you about the Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Oh, okay.
So the Black Rifle Coffee Company is a company where you can walk in and everybody has guns on all of the tables. And it's been in the news because people are scared of guns.
Oh, that's very interesting. Well, boys and girls, we gave you 5 stories. Let's go over those 5 stories and you tell us which one is not true. First, we had the swan that was going to die. That story, was that true?
Then we had number 2. That was researchers at Hebrew University. And then we had Amazon device guinea pigs. That idea.
And then we had the air foam story.
And then we had the Black Rifle Coffee Company story. Which one was was not real.
If you guess the Black Rifle Coffee Company, you win. That is not really what the news is about. I have to admit, I've never heard or had never heard of the Black Rifle Coffee Company. But apparently it's like something like Starbucks, but it's for the right.
Can you explain what the right means? Because I don't really understand that.
Oh, well, the right are more conservative people. They're people who want things to be more or less the way they were before. And in this case, one of the big ones is the Second Amendment.
Yes, I believe that Boxer Blue and Bram have talked about the Second Amendment before. It's all about the right to bear arms.
Yes, and so the Black Rifle Company is a big supporter of the Second Amendment. They believe in law enforcement, and they don't like hipsters.
Hipsters? I don't really know what that is. What's a hipster?
Oh, people like Shia LaBeouf, or Johnny Depp, or Adrian Brody, or Jared Leto, or James Franco, or Gwen Stefani.
I don't really understand. Where did you get this list from?
Oh, I just think about these things.
Dads, I'm only 4 years old. I don't know who these people are. Can you help me understand what a hipster is? Oh, a hipster. Well, that's somebody who's like too cool for school, They wear shirts like placebo shirts, and they're like 45-year-old men wearing stuff like that.
Yes, something like that. Hipster's hard to define, but somebody who's like acting too cool, who only cares about being cool, something like that.
Yes, and so the Black Rifle Coffee Company basically has a dilemma. And that dilemma, can you explain what dilemma means, Dad?
Yes, a dilemma is when you don't know what to do. You should do this thing or that thing, and they're both kind of bad.
Yes, and so basically the story here is that the Black Rifle Coffee Company has gotten very, very big, but it's kind of gotten big through the pro-Trump, Second Amendment, honoring, respecting veterans, and all those types of things.
Yes, but sometimes that image is getting mixed up with racism.
Yes, and Evan Hafer, who is, I guess, the CEO of the company, he is very against racism. Racism is bad. Racism is when, don't like black people and things like that. And it's getting all mixed up. So people like Sean Hannity and Donald Trump Jr., they love the Black Rifle Company, the Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Yes, but it's getting mixed up with the January 6th insurrection, if you remember that.
Yes, I do. Thank you for listening to Dragon Ranger Owl.
Oh, by the way, we've never said why it's called Dragon Ranger Owl.
Yes, I want to tell everybody about that really quickly. It's called Dragon Ranger Owl because sometimes when I feel like it, when I want to, I can become Dragon Ranger Owl. Shh, it's a secret. Do you understand? It's an absolute secret.
Yes. So, thank you for listening to Dragon Ranger Owl. We will see you next time. It'll probably be sometime in October.
Yes, and don't forget, we are also on YouTube and major podcasting platforms.
Yes, may your sweetness shine.
And your colors glow. Sources for today's broadcast include the New York Times and
I said
Vice.
Dragon Ranger.